Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. See, this is my other hoodie that I ripped because I can't get my head through the head hole without hurting my nose, and it's really stupid. I think I'm gonna plug up my phone while I sit here and wait for Trent. Well, there's a truck coming. I have an excuse. Excuse me, I'm gonna plug something into you there. I am going to try to go make a video at the bin store this morning. I'm not going to use it today because I actually just left the little thrift store. I found the cutest stuff in there. I spent all of my money. I have like 2 quarters left. That's all I have. I went in there with $22 and I spent $21.50. There was a sweater I really wanted, but I didn't have enough money with me to buy it, and they only take cash. So I didn't feel like going to the ATM, so I said I'll be back. They'll open again on Tuesday. I said I'll just come back Tuesday and try to get it then. It's been there for a while. Nobody's bought it. I have noticed though they're starting to raise their prices a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it does look like, but still the prices are totally reasonable. Most clothing items are about $3. I've noticed this creeping on up to $4 now, but that's okay. That's okay because it's still the best deal in town for really nice stuff. But I found some adorable stuff. Oh my goodness. Wait till you see what I found. I'm going to make a video for my other channel showing you all the cool stuff I found. I found great stuff in there. So that's the video I'm going to do today. And I have another video that I'm going to put out there just to see. I just want to get a feel for how people like it. It's only going to be like 20 minutes long, and it's something that I'm trying out. And a lot of times when I make a video, it's just an experiment, and I just run it up the flagpole to see if anybody's going to salute it. Like, does anybody like this? Because sometimes you don't know until you do it. Like, okay, just put it out there, see what people think. Oh, the moon looks big. The moon is right here. You can see it. It's like a half moon, and yeah, that's cool. Anyway, it's sort of a shop with me video, but it's done differently than the way I normally do it. I did it to look a lot like the shorts that Myra Harris makes that I see on Facebook. Moments with Myra and Myra Harris. Sometimes she will take you into a store like, I need to shop for dinner tonight, and they'll just be short, like a minute long, 2 minutes long, of her selecting items, and then she does this voiceover where she comments on what she's picking out for dinner, and like why she wants to have that or what it's going to go with. And I just love I could listen to her talk all day long. Oh my gosh. But I did discover that making a video like that it's hard to do it in a long format, and I ended up buying more than I intended to, so I would have a little bit more to go in the video. And it occurred to me within about 5 minutes, I had 5 minutes of video, and I thought, God, I can see now why these videos aren't long, because if you're going in and shopping and all you're showing is you picking the item off the shelf, that's not very long. That's just a few seconds for each item. So I ended up buying quite a bit more than I intended to. It was all stuff I needed or will use. So it's not like I was just buying stuff to be buying it. But I only went in there for a few things, but ultimately the video would have only been like 5 minutes long if I had only gotten what I went in there to get. There's a bumper sticker on the back of this guy's car. I love it. I love it. I think that all the time. It says, "Go around me. I left on time." Yes. Thank you. I remember when I used to have to commute when I worked for a different law firm in town, and I'd have to go down this really busy road, and every morning it would be the same cars just blasting around me, just boom, 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 and we all end up at the same stoplight, and then boom, and then we end up at the same stoplight. Like, maybe you should have left the house a little earlier. What are you doing? You stress out every day. Maybe get up 10 minutes earlier. I don't know. I love that. That is so funny. And I would say that, and like people flying around me like, maybe you need to leave the house earlier. I left on time. I'm not trying to kill myself out here. That's funny. I like that. Okay. was really good. It was really good. My older son tried it. He said it is good. He loved the icing. He said the icing is really good. He said the cake is a little bit dry. I think I baked it just a smidge too long, like 2 minutes too long. And I've never had a cake do like that one did in the oven. I put it in there and it didn't brown for the longest time. And then bam, it was brown just instantly, like, oh God. It was weird. It didn't gradually brown. It was almost like just whoo. Oh shit. Okay. I don't know. I guess I need to keep a better eye on it. So I am going to make one this coming week. Not in a video though. I'm going to make one for my dad because I am going to see him one day this coming week. And I'm going to take him a cake. I had to order something for him on Amazon. I am his AI assistant, basically. He has an iPhone. He can't really use it. See, a few years ago, he went from a flip phone to an iPhone, and that is a hell of a jump. Went from a dumb phone to like an iPhone 10 or something, like oh shit, or an iPhone 9, 8. I don't do iPhones. I don't know. I have a Samsung. I don't know about y'all iPhone people. Y'all are very precious about your products. I don't quite get it. But I don't like iPhones. I don't. Because whenever he has a problem with his, he will hand it to me and go, here, fix this. And I'm looking at it like, it breaks my brain for a minute. Because it doesn't, to me, iPhones are not as intuitive as like the Androids, Samsungs. To me, it's probably because I've been using them forever. But to me, the way you do things just makes more sense to me. iPhones hurt my head. No offense. Now, some people get more touchy about their iPhone than they do your children. Their children, you could insult their kids and they wouldn't get as upset as if you said something detrimental about an iPhone. They get more butthurt over that. I don't understand it. Why are y'all like that about why? Why are you so precious about it? It's a damn device that doesn't care about you. But I am my dad's Siri, basically. Whenever he needs anything, he just, Mary, instead of Siri, he just calls Mary. Mary, my phone's doing something. I'm sure it is. It's all in Chinese. How do I change it? I'm like, I don't know. Well, tell me what button I need to push. I said, I don't know. I'm 150 miles away. Well, I need to do something. It's busted. I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, I don't either. Oh, yes, you do. I have tried to get him to understand. iPhone and Android, they're different. They don't work the same. You don't do the same things to get whatever you're trying to get. I cannot get him to understand that. I've never had an iPhone. I don't want an iPhone. If you like your iPhone, that's wonderful. I keep telling him, dude, get a phone like mine. Why do you keep getting iPhones? I don't know. That's what the man said I needed. He said I needed an iPhone. Well, the man is trying to make some money. He's not worried about what you need. No, what the man said, whatever. He keeps getting iPhones. Anyway, he called me yesterday from Florida. He's down there. His brother is down there. And his brother just turned 80. And they're the only two left of all their siblings have passed away. They had 2 sisters and 2 other brothers, and they have all passed away. So my dad and his brother in Florida are the only 2 left. So he's like the opposite of my dad. My dad is very loud. He's just, woo, he's like that. And his brother is very quiet. He's soft-spoken. He's just like the opposite of my dad. And, so I got to talk to him yesterday briefly. I said, happy birthday. He said, yeah, I better start figuring out what I want to do when I grow up. I don't know yet. I said, I don't either. He said, yeah, but my expiration date's coming up a lot sooner than yours. Well, maybe. I mean, we don't know how long we have. That's true. Yeah, we don't. He's so quiet. But, yeah, so, wow, 80. He is the best piano player I've ever heard, my dad's brother. He is the best, most talented piano player. He never took a lesson in his life. He just plays by ear. He'll listen to a song and sit down and play it for you. He's incredible. I don't know if he still plays or not, but yeah, he's good. He's really good. I wish he had done something with that talent. He never did. I don't know why. He just didn't. Their family, unfortunately, doesn't really encourage their kids to, do much. I mean, like I've mentioned before, the mindset in that family was, don't get above your raisins. Don't, if you aspire to do better than your parents, you're being disrespectful to your parents. Like, what, this life isn't good enough for you? You think you need something? So that there was this mindset there in that family, and so that any talents that you may have had, you were not encouraged to really do anything with them. You would downplay it, not, you would just certainly not talk about it, in fear of being disrespectful to your parents. It's a really messed up mindset. It's toxic as hell. I don't get it. I think it's just insecurity. Like, what, you're so insecure you can't stand to see your kids do better than you. That's just, it's awful. Anyway, he never did anything with that talent. It's a damn shame, because he's really good at it. Anyway, that's blah. But I was talking to him, and yeah, so my dad's coming back, I think, this weekend or something. I don't know. Whenever he feels like it, I guess. He's retired. He can do whatever he wants. But I hope when I'm 82, I'm still going on road trips and doing what I want to do like that. Man, I hope. Yeah, he's just as amazed as I am that he's made it this long and is doing so well. He said, I didn't expect this. I really didn't. He said, sometimes I feel guilty because, like he had, especially one of his sisters, he said she should have been the one to make it this long, not me. I mean, she was always, really kind of like health conscious and, took care of herself. But then she passed away. She had cancer and passed away a few years ago. He said, she should have been the one to make it this long, not me. I didn't take care of myself. Why did I get to live? I said, well, that's just the way it worked out. You don't need to feel guilty. I mean, it's not... You're not cheating her out of anything. Life is not a finite resource. Like, if you live, she can't live. You see what I'm saying? Don't feel bad that you're alive. Be grateful that you're alive. She wouldn't want you feeling bad. She would want you to be living your life, like you are, going and doing stuff. Don't feel bad about that. She would be happy for you. All right, so now I'm going to Tote Boy's Bin store. Oh, God, it's crowded. Well, it always looks crowded because there's not a lot of parking in the front. You have to go down in a hole to get to this place. Yeah, it always looks crowded because there are just a few spots in the front, and they're really skinny. I don't like these parking spots. They're very narrow. And you come around here, and there's not really a lot of parking here. Well, shit. What is today? Today is $3 Saturday. Well, you could have swung in a little bit there. Come on. So I want to go in here and try to make a video. So I'm going to try to get out 2 videos for my other channel today. This isn't going to be one of them, though. I'm going to go in here and record it while I'm here. But I'm not going to do anything with it today. I just want to go ahead and get the video while I have time. I do have to go home and get some stuff done. I want to go out and do a little bit of yard work while it's so pretty outside. It's really nice. It's like 53 degrees. It's sunny. It's not windy at all. I want to try to get out and get a little bit of work done in the yard. And 2, one of my neighbors is doing some work on his house, and it's kind of noisy. They're hammering and banging and sawing, and so I wouldn't want to try to record anything right now anyway, not with all that racket out there. So I get out and do a little bit of yard work. I'm going to try something different with my annuals. I put out some zinnias and some other flowers last year that were supposed to be annuals. But I noticed that last year, some came up that I planted the year before. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to pull them up. Normally, when they die and they're all crunchy, I just pull them up, and then in the spring, I'll replace them with something else. I'm going to go out there and just cut off the dead stuff and leave them. I might cover them with something. Like I don't know, just put something over top of them, some leaves or something, and just leave them. and then just see in the springtime if any of them come back up. I'm just curious. It's just a little experiment I'm doing to see if they come back. They might, because I did have that happen. Some of the ones, there were a couple that I planted the year before that I didn't pull up. I just left them, and they came back last year. I guess it's, 50-50. They may come back, they may not. I mean, you just have to see what it decides to do. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if any of them come back. But I want to go ahead and cut away all the dead stuff that's sitting out there. Go out there and cut it away and get rid of it. Because it is kind of ugly to look at. But just go ahead and cut it away. Maybe cover it up with some leaves or mulch or something. And then just see what happens to it when it starts to warm up. So I'm just curious to see. But I have quite a few annuals that I planted last year. And I'm just going to cut all the dead stuff off and not pull it up and just see what happens to it. So I want to do that. I do want to get out and rake some leaves, get them off the grass, and enjoy this really nice day. I am so grateful for the winter that we have had here so far. I mean, it's been nice overall. Now, we do have a lot of rain coming this week. It's supposed to rain, I think, 4 days this week. Man, I don't look forward to that. But it's supposed to stay above freezing. There's no chance of any frozen precipitation. It's just going to be cold and wet. Which that sucks, but I mean, if that's the worst we have to deal with, I am not complaining. We haven't had any ice at all yet this year, and it's already almost the end of January. That's unusual. That is very unusual. So you won't hear a complaint from me. I am perfectly fine with it. I'm very happy. So, yeah, it's a good day, and I can't wait to show you the cool, fun stuff I found at the little thrift store up there. I just got to make sure I take more money next time. Normally I do have at least $30, but I had a 20 and two $1 bills, and that's all I had. They got all of it. I told them to keep the change, and I had a couple of Aldi quarters. I held on to those, but I have no more cash on me. So if I get robbed, I don't know what they're going to get. I could give them some lotion and chapstick. About all I got to offer right now. Tote Boys takes cards, so I don't need cash in there. So I hope your day is going well. Somebody got mad at me on my cooking video. They got mad at me. People get mad at me. Why don't you allow people to criticize your cooking? People could learn a lot if you would just let other people explain what you're doing wrong. Google is a thing. If you have questions about what the difference is between frosting and icing, you can look that shit up. And no offense, but I have people ask questions all the time. Like, if you had just typed that into a Google search bar, you would know within 2 seconds exactly what the answer is. I'm not Google. I know my dad thinks I am, but I'm not Google. I don't allow it because I'm tired of being nitpicked. I've had all I care to take. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I know you can sit there and say, well, you just need to toughen up. Try 7 years of getting nitpicky, shitty comments daily and tell me how long it takes you to get sick of it. It takes the fun out of it for me. If you want to know the difference between frosting and icing, you can look it up. You can. That's how you learn. You don't expect somebody else to look it up for you. You can look it up yourself. My dad would, but he just cannot understand how Google works. I don't get it. Every time I try to go on there, it takes me somewhere else. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I don't know that he's ever successfully Googled anything. So he'll try, and I will explain it to him. Look, Daddy, go to Google. And I've shown him. Go to Google. See that little thing? Touch it. Now, put in your question. Boop. But then he doesn't know what to do after that. All this stuff comes up. He doesn't understand links. He just, for some reason, he just cannot grasp the concept of it. I've given up. I've given up trying to explain it. Bless his heart. Just call me. Just call me. I'll look it up for you. I'll try to find an answer. You never know what he's going to ask. It could be literally anything. Because he'll be in the middle of talking to somebody, and they'll have a question about something. And he will just call me up, Mary, I need you to look up something for me right quick. So-and-so here is saying this, and I'm saying it's that. Would you look it up? Because we can't agree on it. Hang on a minute. I have to put him on speaker, and I'll just hang on there. Now, slow down. What was that? Spell that. I don't even know what that is. Look it up. Well, it says here, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that ain't right. Search, you can do another, look at it again. Look it up again. That ain't right. Well, they're all saying it's right. Well, it ain't right. That's what he said. Well, maybe he's right. No, he ain't. It gets interesting sometimes. But yeah, yesterday, another thing he wanted, well, he called me for 2 things yesterday. First thing he asked me, and this was right after I got done recording the thing about scams, he said, Mary, I got this text. It's a text. T-E-X. I got a text. And it's from this bank I ain't never heard of. The Bank of Marion. What's that? I said, well, I don't know, Daddy. I'm assuming it's a bank in Marion. There's a Marion, North Carolina. I don't know why they would be texting you. Do you do any business with them? No, I ain't never done no business with them. You could probably ignore that. There's a thing in here telling me I got to go to this web. Don't click on the website. It says I need to go to this website. Don't. Oh my God, I've told him. Do not do that. Don't touch anything in it. In that text, just delete it or get out of it. Don't do anything. He was about to do it. I said, don't go to any website. Don't call any phone numbers. Don't do anything. Just ignore it. Well, they saying there's a problem with my bank account. I said, well, you can call your bank if you want, just to confirm. I'm gonna call them. I don't know. Don't tell him to go to a website. Don't. It pisses him off. I'll call the bank, see if there's a problem. Okay, that's fine. But don't do anything that text tells you to do. Don't do it. And it could be, if you have people in your life that are not very tech savvy, you may just have to handle some stuff for them. And you may have to tell them repeatedly, don't do that. Because they get worried, they get it and it sounds urgent, which is, part of the scam. They make it sound like, oh, this could be really bad. I better take care of this right now. Oh, good. They gave me a link to click on. Oh, good. I can take care of this right now. And you may have to tell them repeatedly not to click on anything, because their urge is going to be, oh, I want to take care of this right now. Maybe I better do it. It sounds important. Sounds like I need to do something. They just, I don't know. They don't get it. But he also said to Mary, there's this thing. You've seen it on TV, I know. I don't watch TV. You've seen it on TV. It's this thing that can track your heart rate through your phone. And it gives you the reading, the little thing that makes the zigzags. What's that? Like an EKG? I don't know what it's called, but it shows you your heartbeat. So you'll know whether it's gas or you're having a heart attack. I said, I've never seen any such a thing. I said, oh, yes. She said, oh, yes, you have. I said, I haven't. You've seen it. The commercials on TV every 5 minutes. I said, I don't really watch TV. Oh, you've seen it. I've never heard of whatever the hell he's talking about. They said it's on Amazon. Will you go on there and look at it for me? I said, what am I looking for? He said, the heart rate on the phone. Does it have a brand name? I don't remember. It's on TV all the time. I know you've seen it. I haven't. Yes, you have. Anyway, I got on Amazon, looked around, found, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it starts with a K or whatever. Is it this? Yeah, that sounds like it. Well, how much is it? I said, it's $80. He said, can you order me one? I said, are you worried about your heart? Well, I don't know, but maybe I need to be. The commercial said it was important. Oh, my God. So anyway, I ordered it. He said, I'll bring you some money. I'll bring you the money to pay for it. I said, well, how about this? How about I make your cake for you this week? Because I told him I was going to do it. I'll make your cake. I'll bring it up there to you, and you can just pay me while I'm up there. That sounds good. So I think I'm going to do that this week. One day when I have a day that I can run up there. I'm not going to be able to stay long, but I can go up there and take him that. Maybe I could do a video in that produce store while I'm there. I love going in there. I love that store. There's so much neat stuff in there. So while I'm up there, I can do a video in the produce store, and that way I can count off the mileage on my taxes. That's one reason why I make so many videos down at the beach. I can count all that mileage off my taxes. Work smarter, not harder. I don't count my accommodations at the beach. I just, my accountant said I could, or at least a percentage of it, but I don't feel right doing that because it's mostly a vacation. I'm not down there to work, really. I don't feel right counting that off. I just made a reservation for a place down at the beach this summer. Not for as long. We're not going to stay as long. It'll be like a 3-day weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. It's not at the Pelican Motel. It's at a different place, but it looks nice. I've never stayed there, but yeah, it looks nice. I think we'll enjoy it. So, and it's right on the ocean again, but it's not the Pelican Motel. But I always did want to stay there, so I'm glad I got to. It was wonderful. I really loved it. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. So, we are going to the beach, but we're only going to go for a long weekend. That's good enough for me. I'm fine with it. It's hard to get away, when you have 2 channels that you make videos for every day, because you have to make so many extra videos every day to publish while you're gone. And, yeah, it's tough. It's hard to get away. A lot of jobs are like that. I was talking to my hairdresser about it yesterday. Or Thursday, and she said, it's that way for people who do stuff like this too. If you have appointments, if your job requires appointments, you have to block out all that time. You're going to have to work really hard before you go. You're going to have to work really hard when you get back, and it's almost like not worth it. Like, this was not worth it, because you have to just knock yourself out before and after the vacation. It's like, she said, that's why I never go on vacation, because it is just too hard to block that time out. And people who have jobs where they don't have to do that don't understand how hard that is. They sit there, you need to take a vacation. Well, I can't just walk away from my job and somebody else will do it while I'm gone. You know what I mean? No, I can't do that. When you're self-employed, you can't do that if you don't have anybody to do it for you. When you're a one-man band, you just got to do it yourself. But, and my paralegal job is the same thing. I don't have anybody to pick up my slack while I'm gone. So not only do I have to do it for YouTube, I have to do it for my day job as well. Of course, now that we don't have much work anymore, it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, it's something I'll have to keep in mind. If and when I find another job, I'm going to have to keep that in mind too. Is my work something that somebody can do while I'm gone, or am I going to have to take care of it myself? Don't know. It would depend on what I end up doing. I don't know. But anyway, I'm getting a little toasty sitting here in the car, so I'm going to go into the bin store. I've got I like to wear these, even though I don't use the audio. I've gotten kind of dependent on wearing these because I feel like nobody is going to pay any attention to me. They're just going to think I'm talking to somebody. And I've just kind of gotten used to wearing them, But I won't use the audio because, again, they play super loud music in there. It's so loud, it's annoying. I don't like it. But I like it way better than that other bin store that I went to the other day. I didn't like that one at all. This one's great. It's very laid back. They don't care. They don't bother you at all. I mean, the employees are there, but they're not like watching every move you make or anything. It's a much more relaxed atmosphere in there. So anyway, happy Saturday to you. I hope the weather wherever you are is as nice as it is here. I am so happy. I don't even have on a coat. It is crazy. So I'm digging it. But happy Saturday again. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.